What's going on, guys? FaZe Adapt here, and we're going to be doing question and answers number 3, and let's just get it started. Boom! First question from Auto Jason. He asks, have you and Teddy ever had any intimate moments with each other? Yes, I fucking stabbed him in the fucking head multiple times. Split Feeds asks, have you ever got mad at a FaZe fanboy of FaZe? If did, why? Yes. Banks asks, I shit my pants. Alright, next question is coming in from Trevor. He wants to know, what is your worst experience in school? Alright, I actually have a good story for this. So, it's 7th grade. I just moved from Pennsylvania back to Arizona, and I'm starting the quarter with I'm starting school with 2 days left in the 3rd quarter, and I went there, to get like organized, see who my teachers are, see where my classes are, like get to know people and stuff like that before we actually start the 4th quarter. And all my other teachers were like, it's cool, just like sit and like try to meet people, just like sit back, here's the stuff you need for this class, don't worry about doing anything until next week when we start the 4th quarter, they gotta like wrap up tests, whatever. But I have this one teacher, he was my math teacher, let's just call him Mr. Dickhead, okay? And so I go into Mr. Dickhead's class, and I'm like, I'm new, I'm Alex, whatever, all this stuff, and he gives me a seat, and then he gives me this huge, like, 10-12 page packet that this whole class has been working on for, like, a week, this whole week, about all the stuff they've learned all quarter. And I tell him, like, I don't know any of this, I never learned any of this, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he's just like, fill out what you know, try to do your best and fill out what you know. So I end up filling out, like, 1 or 2 pages of, like, some of the stuff I knew. And I go home, and then I come back to school the next day on a Friday, everything's good, all my other classes are going good, and I come into Mr. Dickhead's class, alright? And he's like, oh, we have a test today. And I'm like, oh, it's whatever, I don't have to do this, there's no way I'm taking this test over this huge packet that everyone has been working on for the past week and studying on, and they all learned this whole quarter, and I haven't. But Mr. Dickhead made me do it. And not only that, it's fucking that whole packet that I talked about, that 12-page packet, was due that day. And I was like, I had no idea. He didn't even say that. He didn't even say we had a test that day, and he didn't even say that the 12-page packet was due that day. And I told him that I didn't know that it was due today, and there's no way you're actually expecting me to finish this. But, he didn't care, and he told me that he had a policy that if you didn't finish, like, homework, or if you got a 0 for homework, you had to call your parents and tell them, and then he had to have a conversation with them, and it was this whole process and whatever. And I'm sitting here arguing with the guy, like, I don't know my phone number, I just moved into my house 2 days ago, I don't have this shit memorized. So, after a little while, he sends me up to the office, alright? And I'm in the office trying to explain to them that I'm new, and they have to give me my phone number for administration and shit. And then I end up going back to class, I call my mom, I tell her everything, like, whatever, and then she talks to Mr. Dickhead for a little while, and, then I sit back down after, like, 10 or so minutes, and I try to start this test, and right when I'm about to start it, the bell rings, and the period's over, so I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll just have to finish this another day, I'll have more time to study. But nope, Mr. Dickhead puts it in as a 0, along with the packet, so I finished with an F, 0% for that quarter, and everything else was just blank because none of my teachers gave me grades because there was 2 days for that quarter. And I still, to this day, don't believe that. And also, later in the year, this is like a few weeks down, and like this guy was a weirdo. Every time we review for a test, he'd do these 70s game show reviews. And where I lived, a big trend was silly bands. Everyone would, I don't know if you guys know what they are. They're like animals. You had wristbands for them, but this was in 7th grade, obviously no one does that now, but I had a turtle one, and one of the kids in my group was up on the podium, and I guess he thought I was trying to give him an answer, because the answer to the question was a turtle, and I was, itching my hand while the dude was on the podium to give the answer, and he's like, whoa, stop what you're doing. He, takes the band off, he's like, whoa, is that a turtle? Are you cheating? And I'm like, are you... I was in a disbelief. I had no words. So, and he fucking kicked me out of the classroom, and I was just sitting out there all period, But that's the answer to your question. that was my worst experience in school, thanks to Mr. fucking Dickhead. But, I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A, even though the majority of it I talked about this story with my 7th grade teacher, but I found it pretty interesting. Hopefully you guys did too, and leave a like and comment if you enjoyed. Please, it really helps me out. Make sure to sub if you're new, and this has been FaZe Adapt. Peace.